As a disclaimer, this is not a real counseling session. The role play scenario is for my counseling diversity class. Um, on a side note, I'm using my brother for this video. Hi, Deanna. I'm Vanessa Guidry. So tell me, what brings you in today?
Okay, well, um, I'm a foster child, and my foster parents are Latino, and um, my actual ethnicity is um, Native American. Um, there was concerns within me, and don't get me wrong, I really love my foster parents, but there's a part of me that wants to find out who my biological parents are. I want to know, and if they're still alive, I want to know, do I have any siblings? Um, and I'm real concerned with how uh, my parents are going to take this. I love them dearly. Um, I just want to let them know that how much I care. But there's a part of me that wants to do the research and find out about my true parents. And it's not that I'm not going to love my foster parents any less. Um, I mean, I'm following in my dad's footsteps into law school. I got a
Awesome.
thank you. I got a great guy named Alexandro. We're the same age. We plan on getting married. Um, so that was my concern. I just want to I want to find out about my true parents, but that doesn't mean that I don't love my foster parents any less.
Okay, I see. So basically, you say you're Native American. Your adoptive parents, whom you love very much, are Latino.
Hmm.
Um, so you want to know, basically, you want to know what your cultural background is as a Native American.
Yes.
So I tell you what, tell me about your adoptive family.
Okay. Um, they're Catholic. Um, they raised me on traditional values. Um, my mom's a teacher. Like I say, my dad, he's a lawyer. So, like I said, I want to follow in the footsteps. I'm going to law school, um, and just keep up with the family tradition of what we have going on. Um, um, I don't know what else, what else I can tell you on that, but
Okay. Now, by you being a Native American,
mhm.
do you know anything about your tribal background?
That I do not know. When I was taken in by my foster parents, I was 2 years old.
Hmm.
So I didn't have I didn't have any indication of. I think I may be Comanche, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Um, and this is why I want to figure out a way to do the research and look into it.
Okay. Okay. Tell me, how do you identify with yourself culturally? I mean, since your parents are, I guess, safe to say, Hispanic, Latino
Hmm.
background,
Hmm.
Alejandro, your boyfriend,
Hmm.
is he Hispanic or Latino as well?
Yes, yes, it is.
So, and then by you being Native American,
Hmm.
how do you identify yourself with? What do you,
Uh, well, since I've been embedded into the Latino culture, um, I've grown accustomed to that, and I love what I learned from that type of um, culture. Um, but there's a part of me that wants to know how does it differ from a Native American culture, and that's another part that it kind of eats at me that I want to find out about. Now, I graduated with honors for Latino Magna Cum Laude. Um,
Oh, with Latin honors.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That is
So
awesome.
I know that I'm Native American, but I embraced my Latino background.
Oh, okay. I see. Because of your parents, your
Yes.
adoptive parents are
Mm-hmm.
from the Latino, Hispanic background,
Mm-hmm.
and your boyfriend.
Being
So,
Latino, yes.
so right now, you at a loss. You want to know more about your background
Right.
since you've been born and raised with your adoptive parents since you were two.
Correct.
Now with your boyfriend Alejandro, I know you say you want like to marry him. Do y'all plan on having children?
When the time is right, yeah, we plan on raising a family.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can see that as being another reason why you would want to know more about your birth parents' background,
Right.
so you can, with your children, we all, maybe talk about the family tree and all of that.
Correct.
Okay, I tell you what, I have literature that you can read from my understanding of counseling some of the Native Americans. I know they experience extreme hardships, and I do have literature that you can read. I know you said you think you're from the Comanche descent.
I think I am.
Okay, I do have literature that you can read, and
Mm-hmm.
then also within the same building, we have a multicultural counselor
Mm-hmm.
who's actually they work hand in hand with, I think they're actually Native American,
Mm-hmm.
and they work hand in hand with Native American clients, and that might provide an insight. Maybe if you talk to, and his name is Dr. Edwards
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Okay.
So maybe you can speak with him,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe he can provide further guidance on how to go about finding out more about your Native American culture.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan.
And then also, I know they have Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that might, if you go online for his Ancestry, I mean, I used them at one point in time, so I wanted to know, my background and where I came from and all of that good stuff, just to know, because I was planning on having children and all of that. So that might be a start to go on that website and maybe do like just put the information or do a family tree, or that could be an option to explore.
Okay.
Another thing, 'cause I know you love your adoptive parents, and what I'm gathering, to you, you feel they are your parents, they're your real parents, that's all you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can make them a part of your process so you won't have to feel alone with trying to, have you made them a part of the process, or have you maybe with friends or with your
Um,
boyfriend Alejandro, or,
well, I've mentioned it to Alejandro, but as far as my parents, I was trying to figure out what would I tell them, because I'm not sure if I would want. I'm not sure if I know how they would react if people who raised me, if I say, hey, could you look into who my biological parents are? I don't know what feelings they're going to have towards that. But I don't want them to have any ill feelings towards that, because I always appreciate what they've done for me. It's just that I want to know where I actually came from, in a sense. So, that would be nice if I can include them. I was just trying to figure out how could I go about doing that in the best way, where they're willing to help and uh, not feel like once I find who my parents are, abandon them, anything of that nature.
Mhm. I see. So I'm gathering you want to find a way to include your parents in this process. You already let your boyfriend know your feelings about wanting to find your birth parents, although you love, you know, your parents, the ones who raised you.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to do it in a way that you can feel comfortable, but in a way that they can feel comfortable as well. Do you want to? I would like to see you maybe in a following session.
Okay.
I mean, I know you can go ahead and set that appointment up with, you know, the multicultural counselor that I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also maybe see me within a week, and maybe you can bring your birth parents to a counseling session, and maybe you can, would they be open to coming to a counseling session? And then maybe the three of y'all can, you know, we can open up a dialogue, and the three of y'all can, you can open up to them how you're feeling about finding your birth parents. I mean, you can express how much you love them, but at the same time, you know, tell them how you feel.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan, or that you, or something that you might feel comfortable with?
I can definitely do that. Um, I'll try that out and see what happens on that.
Okay, that sounds like okay. Um, Now tell me about your life as you see it, as far as your past, present, and future.
Um, I think growing up, like I've been saying, with the Latino background, uh, so that I feel like that's going to be embedded in me, and I will take that those upbringings and things that I learned from growing up with my foster parents with me uh, throughout my life. Uh, Now, going forward in the future, in addition to that, I want to find out a little bit more and bring into my true culture as well. Uh, and just have be my own person, have my individuality, and just celebrate it, and be with Alexandro, and then live our life. And of course, with the career paths, being a lawyer, um, um, Alexandra is also into law. So we're
Oh,
both
okay.
we'll be a couple, and if everything works out as planned, we'll both be lawyers.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Tell me about your culture and how spirituality plays into how you live your life.
How spirituality is a part of my life. Um,
Only if you're open to talking about it.
uh, well, are you mean like a religious type background, or what do you mean by that? Like spirituality?
Yeah, not religious, but far as spirituality, far as how you were raised. I know you mentioned earlier that you were Catholic, or
Catholic. Uh-huh. Hmm. Yeah. So those are things that I want to bring to a family that I have. Those type of values. Uh, I do want to let my kids eventually live their life and make their own decisions, but we'll present them uh, with what I've been taught, what Alexandra has been taught, um, as far as religious backgrounds and beliefs. Um, so that's where we're at on
okay.
that.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and I look forward to seeing you and your mom and dad next week,
Okay.
and maybe the same time next Thursday around 4 o'clock. Will that work for you?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan. I look forward to seeing you, and hopefully we can open up a dialogue about you being able to express to your parents about you learning or knowing about you want to find your birth parents.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see you then.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.